Here comes the man who has absolutely no respect for his age. And I'm talking about the boss of the Calypso Review.
I am Karima Richards. Panas, you are about to watch Caribbean Inside TV. Enjoy.
Well, hello there.
You are watching Caribbean Inside TV, the engine room of culture. TV family, we are here with Valerie, Kitchener's second wife. Now, Aldwin Roberts, aka the Lord Kitchener, lived an illustrious lifestyle. From being an orphan in Trinidad, where he hoarded the skills of a great guitarist and calypsonian, then he journeyed throughout the Caribbean, mastering his calypso art, onto a ride on the Windrush that took him to London, where London happily received him. There, he popularized calypso. He played an integral part in Nottingham Carnival. He was adorned by the royal family and African dignitaries. With 2 wives, 6 kids, and a luxurious palace internationally known as Rainorama. We are here with Valerie, wife number 2, the curator of the Lord Kitchener's Rainorama Museum. Thank you for having us here.
Thank you very much and welcome.
Thank you.
I'm honored to have you all.
It's a pleasure.
Thank
It's
you.
really a pleasure. Valerie, we're going back in time. Your late teens. How did you as a shy Catholic girl, get together with this 50-year-old superstar?
Coming from work at evening, I walking down Montcoco Road, right by Starlight.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular evening, this car stopped and asked me, the person stopped, and they asked me if I wanted a lift home. So when I look, I saw this big car, a big red car, which I didn't know much about cars in those days and all of that. And I was surprised to see this gentleman well decked off in a suit. And he asked me if I needed a lift. So I take a look in the car and I saw he had 2 other gentlemen with him in the car. So he asked me how far I'm going. So I told him that I'm going up by St. Finbar's Church. So he told me, he said, would you like a lift? I said, no problem. And I got in the car and I was sitting in the back. And while sitting in the back, he kept looking in the rearview mirror at me.
Well, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
When this big red car, you see this big red car and these men in their suits and stuff like that, you wasn't scared?
I wasn't scared.
What made you move to take that ride?
Because something just tell me, don't be scared. You could go ahead to take the ride.
Okay.
And in those days, we didn't used to hear about kidnappings and
what
all
we
these
hearing
different
about
things.
these
That's what
days.
we hearing about these days.
Okay.
It was not like that, because I was not even scared to walk out by myself 5 o'clock every morning to go to work, and 11 o'clock in the night to go home.
So he came and he
gave me
filled
this job.
that void.
So he asked me, he said, do you have to walk this every day? I said, yes. He said, aren't you scared or anything? I said, no. He said, my God. He said, this is hard for a young girl to be walking this every day. So he said, where you work? Where you work? I told him, I said, I work at Reach Trinidad Limited in Fernandez Compound. He said, well, is it all right if any day that I'm free and I'm up on that side, could I stop and bring you home, give you a lift? So I said, well, okay, no problem. Right?
Well, no reason to refuse.
No reason.
It was solving a situation.
Right.
Okay.
So then he asked me, he said, do you have a phone at home? So I said, yes. He asked me for the number and I gave it to him. So when he drove off, he said, I'll give you a tinkle sometime. That's what he said. So I forget about him and I went home. So the next day now, I went to work. Coming from work the evening, there was a lot of us walking out together to go to get car, to go home the evening. While walking, I hear one of the people in the crowd saying, my God, all you see, who car is that that car park up in front of the Fernandez?
That's the Jaguar you're talking about, Kitchener's Jaguar. Okay.
Somebody turned and said, that looking like Kitchener Jaguar? When I look up, because I didn't see it. When I looked up and I see this Jaguar, I was upset because I am telling myself, what is this man doing here? I never asked you to come. You told me whenever you are free. So I crouched between the people and they keep walking. And when we reached by the gate to come out on the main road, like he realized that I was embarrassed. And he just put his hand up on the car and he gave me a little like that and he drove off.
Okay.
He drove off.
Before we go too far, let's keep the audience alive with the music of the Lord Kitchener.
Now I'm going to bring to you the lady that everybody been asking for, the doctor's daughter. The daughter of a doctor, a lady of class, had the place on fire while playing she mass. The daughter of a doctor, a lady of class, had the place on fire while playing she mass. Moving like a zanji, the girl start to wail, where she throw she body. She leaving a trail, people from all over lining up to see who is this doctor daughter that winds on the country. If you see a lady with a purse in she hand,
don't worry, mama, it's the doctor daughter.
Jumping like she crazy and whining in the band.
Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor daughter.
If you find she's talking with a lovely accent,
don't worry, mama, it's the doctor daughter.
Aren't you all enjoying my soca movement?
Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor daughter.
She moving, she grooving, she rocking, she's rocking. So anybody could shine, anybody could grind, but nobody could whine
like the doctor daughter.
Oh, anybody could shine, anybody could grind, but nobody could whine
like the doctor daughter.
They leave the savannah about 3:30. Then they make a sigwa by tranquility. The band is moving at a faster pace. So the rhythm jamming, mama, so she says she ways. Coming to the corner, she whining like a top. Out of the gather, something had to stop. Up come a Bajan, man, I can miss the shore. How them Trini woman could walk up the body so. If you see she inching to have you embrace,
don't worry, mama, it's the doctor daughter.
Oh, and finally clinching, she hand around your waist.
Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor daughter.
Oh, if she start to tremble like a strong earthquake.
Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor daughter.
Oh, then she start to wiggle like a rattlesnake.
Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor.
She moving, she grooving, she rocking, she trucking. Now anybody could shine, anybody could grind, but nobody could whine like this. Oh, anybody could shine, anybody could grind, but nobody could whine like this. The band then continues until Prison Street. I don't have to tell you how the music sweet, but while the girl jumping and having she fun, people only asking me stupid questions. Kiss you could whisper, you don't have to shout. Who's the girl father, boy, you singing about? I say it's a secret, I leave them in doubt. They will never hear it from kitchen or mouth. She's drinking, I call carried beer.
Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor.
Oh, then you see she's drifting and kicks her legs in the air.
Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor.
If she pass by high-low to get some white oak.
Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor.
Oh, and with that she follow with a bottle of coke.
Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor.
Rocking, she's talking. So anybody could shine, anybody could grind.
Nobody could whine like the doctor.
So anybody could shine, anybody could grind.
Nobody could whine like the doctor.
Don't worry, mama, it's the
Doctor. Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor. Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor. Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor. Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor.
So you was ashamed.
Yeah.
You hide from the PP99.
Yeah.
Was it from the PP99 or was it the fact that you was about 20 and this older guy, 50, was coming to meet you? Was that the factor?
Yeah. But by the time I reached home, my phone was ringing.
Okay.
And I answered the phone and he started to correlate me from since then and telling me that he come to meet me and I walking out with a man, a certain man. And he was, so I told him, I said, excuse me, sir, what did you expect me to do? So he said, okay. And with that, well, he hung up again.
So he was stalking you then?
Yes, he started to stalk me from day two.
So this stalking thing continued for a while?
It continued for a while.
Right.
It continued.
And you continued being a shy girl?
And I wanted that freedom because I'm young and I'm working and every evening he made sure that he waiting for me by Starlight Gate. I just did not want to get into any relationship with anybody who was married and all of that.
You didn't want to be around a married
I did
man.
not want to be around him.
How did the get-together happen? Where you became a major part of his stage props?
Right. Before I became a major part of his stage prop, we started living together.
Okay.
Because he came and he told me that he and his wife got separated and that she was going back to England. And he asked if I could come and live with him.
Just like that?
Just like that. To tell you the honest truth, I never let Kitch go home in my mommy house. I couldn't take him home in my mommy house because at that my age and his age, and knowing that he was married, I could not carry him home. But my mommy heard about him dropping me home and all of that in the evening through a neighbor, through a nosy neighbor.
Women
Yeah.
fall for the luxury. The luxurious cars, the fancy suits, the fame, superstardom.
Yeah.
What it is you fell for?
Well, I could say more a little security.
Security for surety.
Yeah. I wasn't so particular with the security and all of that, you know. He never gave me the chance to really enjoy the days in the factory with my workers, going out with them. And
So what you're trying
with
to say,
young people.
Kitch was blocking them?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And he get a house in Mount Oak. So for us to go and see it.
And that
he took me
is
up,
where-
and that started the living with Kitch and I.
In 1973, he made Radorama.
Yeah.
It was a big hit.
I started touring with him the year he sang Radorama.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the experience like? Remember, you're a shy girl.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing about the world. You're not into the Calypso.
Calypso.
So what was it like for you?
It was nice, the excitement of having to travel. I now start meeting other Calypsonians. You know, he will introduce me to them, and everybody will be watching me because, you know, I was so very young. To see Kitchener with this young girl when he started taking me out and all of that, and it was not a thrill for me.
What was some of the highs and some of the lows at
When
that
it's-
time,
at that-
in that adventurous era when you started
The
touring?
highs was me being able to travel for the first time.
Right.
To be able to go to see outside, to see New York, because he had already warned me about speaking too much to the other Calypsonians and all of that. He warned me who I was to speak to and who I was not to speak to. He put that warning down very, very early. He being my mentor and taking me with him, I just complied. After he finished perform, right back into the dressing room, and he was
Total control.
Total control. He
Kitch
started
had total control.
Yeah.
Before we go too far, let's go to the archives.
Rosie must be think I'm stupid because I am cool. I may be looking dejected, but I'm not a fool. Rosie must be think I'm stupid because I am cool. I may be looking dejected, but I'm not a fool. Every day she gone on duty, she coming back late. I don't want nobody tell me she have an next date. I'm going to look around and Marco till I know who is this mister that has keep back me woman so.
Ellie, please don't you tell me that I have another day. You could ask my supervisor and now leave you. The reason for coming later, they turn back the clock.
You leave the work and you're going to Rome. You look at the time you're coming home.
No kitchen, darling, they turn back the clock.
Somebody see you in Utica, hugging Grenville Straker.
No kitchen, darling, they turn back the clock.
You find that enough you've gone Lustron, drinking whiskey with Julian.
No kitchen, darling, they turn back the clock.
Yeah. Turn around and she tell me, try and understand. I am not the kind of lady to cheat on a man. I'm going to answer your question, starting straight away. I hope you will pay attention to what I have to say. Because of the daylight saving, they turn the clock back, and that could be so confusing, 1 hour exact. So now you know when I arrive an hour late. It ain't no mister that had me out on a date.
Please don't you tell me that I have another day. You could ask my supervisor and now leave you. The reason for coming later, they turn back the clock.
You You fooled me the other day. I don't believe a word you say.
No kitchen, darling, they turn back the clock.
You can't convince me, no use your bet. You can't stop dog from sucking egg.
No kitchen, darling, they turn back the clock.
You went with your man and had your line. Now you blaming daylight saving time.
No kitchen, darling, they turn back the clock.
Ah! You come with a book, a story, I listen to you. You try your best to convince me what you're saying is true. But darling, you cannot fool me, don't mind how you try. Cause I have a little theory, will prove how you lie. It's 4 months of daylight saving, of which we are aware. But you come in late each evening, 12 months in the year. So could you show me how you make that possible? You bold-faced liar, you just abominable. Yes, you're late.
Please don't you tell me that I have another day. You could ask me supervisor and now finish work. The reason for coming later, they turn back the clock.
You get thrown down with your alibi, now the truth come out and you can't deny.
No kitchen, darling, they turn back the clock.
I don't want a woman like you again to give me pleasure and hurt my brain.
No kitchen, darling, they turn back the clock.
So I'm going to the obvious conclusion, go and live with Shaker and Julian.
No kitchen, darling, they turn back the clock. 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 No kitchen, darling, they turn back the clock.
We are back and we are continuing to chat with Valerie, the curator of the Lord Kitchener's Museum, Rainorama, located in Diego Martin, Trinidad. Valerie, well, you know, listening to you and talking about your shy days growing up and you never had much exposure to Calypso and whatever, you were never a dancer.
No, never. Yeah.
How did your dancing career get started with Kitchener?
That particular year that Kitch took me away was in 1973. And the whole of America was dancing the bump. There was a dance called the bump.
Yeah, the bump, right.
I was not allowed to take part in, so I would just sit and watch while he performing and all of that.
And when you say you're not allowed,
I was not
Kitchener
allowed.
made sure.
Yes, that I did not go in the crowd and to be with the people and all of that. Never. My dancing started with one day he had to do a boat ride. And the boat ride was on a boat called Miss Maybell down the Hudson River. So when we reached back home the night after the boat ride, he picked up his guitar and this is when he started composing. He told me he's going to write a tune on the bump because that is the tune that he wanted his girls to perform in the tent with. And then another day he told me, he said, well, he had to start to advertise the song. So he took me on Abercrombie Street in the old Guardian building. And the photo shoot was with Kitch, Blakey, and myself, with me doing little poses with the bump. All right, they start with the advertisement when coming out in the papers, and they're talking about this new dance that they're going to introduce in the
and this new girl who's going to be doing the dance, because I heard at that time you used to tear up the stage.
Yeah.
From there now, you really became his dancer.
Yeah, from there I became his dancer.
That's correct. So when he sang Flag Woman?
Flag Woman came after Soul Train.
And when you did Flag Woman?
When I did Flag Woman, it was epic. After I danced Flag Woman that year, in 76, when I came back to Trinidad, I discovered that I was pregnant. Yeah, okay. I got pregnant, but I was young and I didn't know much about pregnancy and all of that. But by then, we had built this house, we had built Rinorama.
But before we go too far, hold on. Let's give you, the audience, a taste of the original Flag Woman.
Some people may say I'm mad, some people may say I'm bad, but the truth that set you free, I feel good when me woman horny me. Horny me, Sanja. You don't horn me any day.
Hold me, Sanja. I want you to hold me.
I don't care what people say.
Hold me, Sanja. I beg you to hold me.
You don't horn me all about.
Hold me, Sanja. I want you to hold me.
You don't think you want them all. Pleasing me.
Hold me, Sanja. I want you to hold me.
Hold me with Tom, Dick and Harry.
Hold me, Sanja. I beg you to hold me.
Give me one satisfaction.
Hold me, Sanja. I want you to hold me.
Just let me get my permission.
Hold
You are now an integral part
Yeah.
of Kitchener's performances.
Yeah.
You brought excitement to the stage.
Every part we
wherever you
traveled,
perform.
Wherever we performed. Wherever.
And
we
a big
performed.
impact.
A great impact.
How did this affect the relationship?
It affected the relationship in a way where Kitch became very possessive and very obsessive. Obsessive and possessive. Where I couldn't get to, I couldn't speak to people as I want. All the reporters and them, when they want to do interviews with me, I had to get permission from him. And whenever I have to do the interviews, he will make sure and sit right by my side.
But even though you said he had you there in a controlled form, everything you do, he wanted to know. Every time you move, he wanted to know.
Yes. Everything. I couldn't do anything without him. It was like he there and I here, side by side.
But you had grown and developed. You became a tantalizing character.
Yeah, but all the other Calypsonians and them, they respected me a great deal because they know the type of person Kitch was. So they kept the distance. But
and then he came up with Sugar Boom.
He did Sugar Boom Boom.
Okay. All right.
It.
On that note, let's stop right there.
You would Sugar Boom Boom.
TV family, let's go to the archives and enjoy Sugar Boom.
Audrey, every time you wiggle, honey, you put me in trouble. You torture me the way you whine. I love to see your fat behind.
Sugar boom, sugar boom boom. Sugar boom, sugar boom boom. Sugar boom, sugar boom boom. Sugar boom, sugar boom boom.
We are back and continuing to chat with Valerie, the curator of the Lord Kitchener's Museum, Rainorama, down in Diego Martin in Trinidad. Valerie, according to Mudada, life don't stay one way all the time.
Nope.
Family life began.
Yes.
And life changed. Let's talk about that.
When we came back to Trinidad, is when I discovered that I was pregnant again. So life changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids came, and I got them one after the next. He even kept them out of the public eyes. He kept them away from the public. He didn't want his children to be out there. Yeah. So their life was here with me and him.
You lived in the palace,
Yes,
Renorama, here for about 20 years, let's say, roughly about 20 years.
Yeah, with the kids.
And then
Him
you
taking them to school.
left.
Well,
Take us there.
what happened? I didn't leave because my life was in the house here, looking after the children, looking after him, helping him with records, doing all the different things. My life became a complete housewife. So it's 4 children I made. I have Christian, then come Colonel, then Kiwina, and then Kinister. And he loved his children. He put them in a private school. He is the one, he used to drop them to school, pick them up and all of that. Because I was not allowed to go anywhere. Right? He did everything. Go to the market, go to the grocery, buy everything and bring in the house. I couldn't go anywhere. My life was under lockdown. The price I paid for being with kids was no freedom.
Say that again?
The price I paid for being with Alwyn was no freedom. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no freedom.
That's a big price.
Yep, a big price.
Let's pause right there for a moment and let's go to the archives and we'll be right back with much more.
From LSD, he said this year she feeling to bump. Come home and not in me. Kitchen and give me something to jump. I don't want jamming. I don't want no wine. Kid for you that easy picking. We know the road must sing it your line. I guess you roll You don't want no jam and wine. Do roll your belly and cool your mind. You won't have to wind up and now the action is on the abdomen. For short, roll your belly, roll your tummy. Mama, when you roll this thing, all masqueraders start to sing, oh God. Roll your belly, roll your tummy. Rolling in a sexy style, she had everybody going wild, oh God. Roll your belly, roll your tummy. Roll, roll, bakume, roll, roll, bakume. Darling, why your music so sweet? Look how you having me moving vulgar along the street. If my neighbors know, they will all remark. She's a so-and-so, get she out of LSD Park. Oh, yeah, if you see the young lady, she forgets she living in LSD. She said, give me room to flaunt. This rolling belly is what I want for short.
Roll your belly, roll your tummy.
Mama, when she roll the thing, all masqueraders start to sing, oh God.
Roll your belly, roll your tummy.
Rolling in a sexy style, she had everybody going wild, oh God.
Roll your belly, roll your tummy.
Roll, roll, bakume, roll, roll, bakume. She didn't want no jam, she didn't want no wine, but yet she caused an alarm, the way she shake up she body line. When the thing takes she say, hold me there, simply roll your belly, and go plan what the neighbors say. She roll ya, roll ya, Mama, when she feel the heat, she said this belly dance really sweet. Roll ya, roll ya, she called Mr. Kishina, I feel a hardy belly fever, for short.
Roll your belly, roll your tummy.
Mama, masquerade start to sing, oh God.
Roll your belly, roll your tummy,
Rolling in a sexy style, she had everybody going wild, oh God.
roll your belly, roll your tummy, roll, roll,
Makume, roll, roll, Makume. I said, see, you having fun, and you don't care about anybody. But when the carnival done, you have to go back to LSD. He said, Chris, my dear, darling, you so wrong. The mood I in, I really don't care. If I end up in Shantytown, I just roll, yeah, go man.
roll your woman,
And with that she raised she had with she belly spiritual like a fan.
roll your woman, roll your woman,
I don't care about character. You can't play mass and play powder. Oh God,
roll your belly, roll your tummy,
and when she rolled the thing, all masquerade started to sing, oh God.
roll your belly, roll your tummy,
Rolling in a sexy style, she had everybody going wild, oh God.
roll your belly, roll your tummy,
Roll, roll, Makume, roll, roll, Makume. Roll, yeah, go man, roll, yeah, go man. Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll, yeah, go man,
roll your woman,
shake it free. Makume, roll, roll, Makume, roll, yeah, go man,
roll your woman,
roll it left and see, roll it right, oh God, roll, yeah, go man, roll.
roll your woman,
I wanna roll, you better roll, Makume,
roll your woman, roll your woman,
you better roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, oh Makume,
roll your woman, roll your woman,
roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it down, roll yeah, woman,
roll your woman.
We are back and we're continuing to chat with Valerie, the curator of the Lord Kitchener's Museum, Reno-Rama. So Valerie, a piece of drama took place right there as you explained.
Alwyn now was the type of person, he never stayed home. He was always his way out. And this is when like he got in, started having
You
an
got
affair
involved, yeah,
with this lady.
Okay.
And like it went on for a couple of years, all the time when my kids were small and growing, which I didn't know.
And how did that pan out?
Well, that panned out where the lady husband get to find out about the affair with she and Kitchener. All her mind was set on getting this house, getting Reno-Rama. A day, he came to me and he was getting some problems with the tent. He was in Seaman and Waterfront. That's where the tent was. And they was giving him problem to get the tent for the following year. This is 1988.
And that's when he made his move.
And came to me and he tell me that he's getting tired of every year renting Seaman and Waterfront.
Mm-hmm.
And he think it's time that he build his own tent.
Good move.
That's what he a good move. He said, it will be good for the future, for the kids.
For the kids.
So he and Jazzy, with Jazzy Panton, which was his manager, decided that they will try to see if they could get a piece of land to build this tent. So this is where he came to me, and he told me that, well, he wanted to go to the bank to see if he could get a loan. Because when we built Reno-Rama, we built it without taking any mortgage, without anything, with the money that I helped him work for is what we used to buy this piece of land.
No mortgage.
And build, no mortgage, nothing.
Right.
Everything was built and furnished from his pocket.
Let's take a pause right there while we continue going to the archives and listening to Lord Kitchener.
Heat in the place. As I tried to hug up Doreen last night, she said, "Kids, know your place." Man, don't hug me up, get out of the sight. Kitchen, I don't get me in a way. Go hug up your wine girl on the stage. Well, I get so vexed, I push you apart. Yes, friend, so the trouble starts. She hit me, I hit she. She hit me, I hit she. Like two bull cow, we fight and row. We fight all night till broad daylight. She hit me, I hit she. She hit me, I hit she. Just leave me alone, I want to be free. Man, the bed is wide, so you have no excuse for touching me. Just because that's not a told the truth. You come and you knock me down like a brute. I don't even want you to touch me hand. Go and hug your whine woman. She hit me, I hit she. She hit me, I hit she. She's pulled me yes, she's caught me yes. She knew I come, I ripped it down. She hit me, I hit she. She hit me, I hit she. What? Distinctly order me out of bed, as if that enough. The woman dropped me on top of my head. I said, girl, you kinda joke too far. You don't make me know really who you are. Like you have the devil blood in your vein. She said, that's so what? And fight out again. She hit me, I hit she. She hit me, I hit she. She scratched me here, she pulled me here, she scratched me face, I jumped, she west, she hit me, I hit she. She hit me, I hit she. What?
So when I feel you rehearsing all kind of hours in night, guys, the rehearsal you doing? You know how long I stand out there watching you? I never knew you could whine so. You're holding back on me, odd. I could whine too, no? Watch. It's whine a girl you like. Well, it's whine a girl you go get. When I done with you, you go can't whine.
We are back and we're continuing to chat with Valerie, the curator of the Lord Kitchener's Museum, Reno-Rama. So Valerie, a piece of drama took place right there, as you explained, with this woman. What happened in regards to Reno-Rama?
after we finished billing Renorama, the deed was on my name. He took me to a lawyer in town, in Possessive. And when I reached by the lawyer's office, he told me that I was going to sign the deed to put the house in his name so he could start to do the business. When I went into the lawyer office, it was just the lawyer and a witness, me and Kitch. I sat down. The lawyer came with these documents and he asked, Ms. Green, do you have anything? He showed me it. He said, do you have anything to say before you sign the documents? I said, well, I turned to Alwyn and I said, Alwyn, is this for the children? Is this what you're doing? Is it as you say? He told me, he said, Valerie, you know I love my children. And what is mine is theirs. I say, okay, and I signed the document.
And what was the outcome of that?
Well, when I came back home with the kids, and I continue looking after the children. Now, every time he go away, he will make sure and call all the time to make sure that the children are all right. Okay. And he will leave Jazzy and them in charge of whatever money and all of that for the kids to mind them. Eventually, when September come, when he was supposed to come home, he did not come home. So I went to Jazzy and I said, Jazzy, where is Alwyn? Alwyn, is he doing extra work in the States? He said, no. He said, Valerie, Kitchener is in Trinidad. So I am telling him, I said, no, Alwyn didn't come home.
And he telling you Alwyn
is
here?
Telling me Alwyn is here.
Right.
So I say, it was confusing. So by now the children and them start asking for the daddy. Where is daddy? They want the daddy. And I am here in the house with these children and I'm not seeing Alwyn. I have no money. I am running out of money because Jazzy is the one who usually supply me with whatever money and all that.
Okay.
Now, Alwyn used to put the money on my name in the bank. But whenever he needs to get money, I will have to go in the bank with him and he will tell me how much money he wants.
So wait, let's stop right there. So the money was on your name and you never had access to that money?
No,
How
never.
come? You never go and make yourself because it's on your name?
No, whenever we had to get, whenever he used to put the money on my name, for what reason, I don't know. Right? And whenever we need money, he will take me to the bank. Those days I used to fill out a slip, he will tell me how much to take. And then I will take whatever money he wants, I'll give it to him, and then he will leave and go on the way he have to do, bring me home, and that's it.
So how come you never think, Valerie, hold on, how come you never think about going and fill out your own slip?
I couldn't, because I could not go anywhere on my own.
Okay, so here you are, Valerie, with the kids, with a big superstar like the Lord Kitchener, and you have no access
to money.
Unless he takes you there.
Yes.
And yet the money is in
on my name. Yeah. One morning I got up and I heard the bell ringing. When I looked outside, I saw it was about 6 o'clock in the morning. I saw a white car by the gate and I asked, I said, yes. The person said, are you Valerie Green? I said, yes. He said, I have something here for you. I said, what is it? And he said, you'll have to come fetch. So I walked down by the gate and I took this letter. I opened the letter and I started reading it. And the letter was from a lawyer telling me that I was with Lord Kitchener and they want me to know that the relationship has come to an end and the house has a new owner. And her name is Betsy Pollard, Howell Pollard. And me and the occupants have 14 days in which to leave.
So how did Betsy Pollard get the property?
Because Kitchener was having an affair with her. She decided, she and Kitch made this plot together and decided to come and tell me that he wanted to do business with the house, which was a lie. It was for him to put the house on her name.
Okay.
It was a deceit. That is what happened.
He
And
placed the
he
wait,
placed, and
hold
then
on.
what he did, when he left and he went away, he came back in the country a month after I put the house on his name, unknowing to me.
And signed it
everything,
over to her?
took her in the same lawyer office that I signed the house name on, the same lawyer, and the same lawyer. He just take the house from his name, from Alwyn, where I put it from Valerie Green to Alwyn Roberts. He took it from Alwyn Roberts to Betsy Poland.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's pause right there for a moment,
Yeah.
and let's go to the archives, and
Yeah.
we'll be right back with
Yeah.
much more.
I have the sugar boom boom. I have the sugar boom boom. Get you down, he want the sugar boom boom. He want the sugar boom 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 boom.
Sugar, honey, there is nothing sweeter. You make me scream, you make me bawl, you make me feel like 10 foot tall. Sugar boom, 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 sugar boom.
Yes, boy, so you like me sugar.
Yes, girl,
I know you're the honey lover.
that's right.
But take time and do it right. You ain't as young as you would like to think.
Sugar boom, 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 sugar boom.
Yes, boy, you're acting real saucy.
Yeah.
I see you come out to party. Well, if you want to challenge me, just wind down low and let me see, sweetie.
Sugar boom, sugar boom, sugar boom, sugar boom, sugar boom, sugar boom, sugar boom. Natalie, I don't want to lose you. You're like you give me voodoo.
You make me scream, you make me bawl, and I believe in you at all.
Sugar boom, 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 sugar boom.
Kitchener, 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 Kitchener. Kitchener, sweetness is your nickname. Kitchener, you make the young boy shame. And where you taking, man? I'll stand it. It got your body well fit. You don't think so? You don't think so? Round of applause for the man Kitchener, yeah!
Give me the boom, boom, Natalie.
You really want to
Give me the boom, boom, Natalie.
Come, well, come get it,
Give me
girl.
the boom, boom, Natalie.
Kitchener, I tell you, come,
Give me the boom, boom, Natalie.
yes!
Give me the boom,
Kitchener,
boom.
you want it boom boom. Kitchener, you better come soon. Kitchener, you want it boom boom.
Yeah.
Kitchener, you better come soon. Uh-huh. You really want
Give
it?
me the boom, boom, Natalie.
Uh-huh. Well, you know what? Give me Kitchener, you know what you are going to get, you are going to get. Piece of it.
Oh, Lord.
Kitchener, you know what you are going to get, you are going to get. Piece of it. All of it. Kitchener, you know what you are going to get, you are going to get. Piece of it. All of
Give me the
it.
boom, boom, Natalie.
Anybody begging?
Give me the boom, boom, Natalie.
Yes.
Give me the boom, boom, Natalie.
Yes.
I know you're ready. You got the right way to place me. You tell I know you're ready.
We are back and we're continuing with an in-depth interview with Valerie, the curator of the Lord Kitchener's Museum, Rainorama. Valerie, Miss Pollard came and she passed away. And now there's a fight.
After he put the house on her name, and I got the letter stating that the house had a new owner.
Right.
And they told me that I was supposed to vacate the premises, which I did not because I was in shock. I didn't believe it. I thought it was a joke. A friend of mine's father was a lawyer, Miss Russell Toppin. She told me, she said, Val, I don't think that this could be truth. I will ask my daddy. So I went to Mr. Toppin. He said, but in order for me to know if this is truth, I will have to put a search. He came up with the deed where Kitchener put the house and Betsy name.
So wait a minute. So you guys worked together?
Yeah.
Build the home?
House together, yeah.
He placed the home in your name?
Yeah.
Your name on the deed?
Yeah.
Then he came back to you, tell you he wanted to do a business, and make you sign over the deed to him.
Yeah, with the same lawyers, the same lawyer.
And then he signed it over.
And then he signed it to this lady who I didn't know.
So where are we now?
When Mr. Toppin realized that it was truth, he told me, he said, well, Val, the most you could do is to just go home and sit and wait for the next move. I keep talking to Jazzy. Jazzy was in shock. Sonny Woodley was in shock. And Jazzy, he couldn't understand. He said he can't understand how Roberts could do a thing like that. The next thing you know, I got another letter telling me that I will be taken to court because I was told to come out of the house and I did not come out. But all these letters were coming under the headline of Betsy Pollard. I was not seeing Kitch. Kitch never came around. I was here with these children and just trying. What he did, just before he left to go away, Alwyn took me to the bank and took out all the remaining money on my name.
So the account was clean?
The account was clean. He knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
So you, even though you picked up the trade, you went back to doing nails.
Right.
And
I
you
got
started
a letter,
working, and you got the letter that's telling you
that I have to leave and I will be taken to court. The judge said that there was nothing that he could do. It is not a trial. And I was told to come out of the house as on somebody else's name. I have to get time. So he asked me how much time that I want. So I told him, he said, well, the time that they usually give is 2 months. The very next day, the lights was cut. When I called them, they told me that the owners came into them and said that they don't live in the house and they want the lights cut.
And the owners being this Miss Pollard?
This Pollard. The next day, I got up and I heard shoveling in the front. When I looked through the window, I saw Wassa. I went out to them and I asked them, I said, what happened? A pipe burst? They said, no. We got orders to cut the water. And they cut the water. So for the 2 months that I lived in here, it's without lights and water. And I can tell you, the neighbors is the one who helped me. A lady named Tinto was living in the back there. And when she saw us without lights and water, she told me, she said, Val, get some hose and put it through the fence and I will give you water. Miss Pat was living in one of the houses across there, meat and thing. She used to keep it in her fridge for me. And I will go to work.
So when these atrocities started, Kitch withdrew.
Disappeared.
He just disappeared, knowing what you are going through
in here.
With the kids.
With the kids. Time with the girl doing nails.
Right.
Right? One evening, I came from work and I went across by Miss Pat, paper bags, my high-low.
Right.
All of them wet. So I said, Miss Pat, what happened? You defrosted in French? She said, no. She said, you go and find Kitchener. I'm not going to encourage him in this. Find Kitch and let him come and take up his responsibilities with his children.
Did you find him?
Never. Never.
So with the help of your neighbors, you made it through.
I made it through.
So Rainorama was without water.
Without water and without lights.
Without lights.
Yeah.
So how did you move it from there?
Yeah. So after the 2 months, I decided that I couldn't keep the children living in these conditions anymore. So I decided to move.
What was happening here with Rainorama?
Kitch and the lady moved in. They both moved in then. And
Kitch came back home.
Kitch came back home with the lady. Her husband, she never went to Canada to meet the husband.
And lights were turned back on and water.
And now the light went back on her name.
Everything on her name.
The light bill, the water bill. He started putting money in Kelmar grocery. He will go and put $300 a week for me to buy food for those children.
Let's go to the archives and continue with the music of Lord Kitchener, and we'll be right back with much more of Valerie.
Up the hill, down the hill, what did we do there? Mama, she was walking in the steps from 140. Oh, lady, walk a mile and she tell it. Oh, lady, walk a mile and she tell it. Oh, God. Mama, when she reached to Waruka, she battled me. Oh, lady, walk a mile and oh, lady, walk a mile and chorus.
Ay, 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 ay,
oh, God.
Ay, 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 ay,
oh, God.
Oh, lady, walk a mile and a half, ay, oh, lady, walk a mile and a half, ay,
With a mad Nick and towel, she tied her head. In a basket she had two cassava bread. An old lady walk a mile and she oh God, walk a mile. You know.
ay, 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 she ay, 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 she oh, lady, walk a mile and a half, ay, she oh, lady, walk a mile and a half, ay, she
Up the hill, down the hill, what is Peter day? Mama, she was walking the distance to Point Fontaine, but oh, lady, walk a mile and a half, and she tell it. Oh, lady, walk a mile and a half, and she tell it.
ay, 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 she ay, 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 she oh, lady, walk a mile and a half, and she oh, lady, walk a mile and a half, and she
She left home from Marima at 6:30. Mama, when she reached to her room, she passed all the old lady walk on my land. Whoa,
Old lady walk on my land.
Cora,
Ay, 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 chitelele. Ay, 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 chitelele. Old lady walk on my land. Ay, chitelele. Old lady walk on my land. Ay, chitelele.
she left home from a reamer at 6:30. Mama, when she reached to her room, she passed all the old lady walk on my land. Old lady walk on my land.
Ay, 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 chitelele. Ay, 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 chitelele. Old lady walk on my land. Ay, chitelele. Old lady walk on my land. Ay, chitelele.
With a magic and towel, she tie her head. Mama, and when you see a cassava bread, old lady walk a mile and a half, and she tell her, old lady walk a mile and a half, and she tell her,
Ay, 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 chitelele. Ay, 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 chitelele. Walk a mile and a half, ay, chitelele. Old lady walk a mile and a half, ay, chitelele.
why and she tell her, why old lady walk a mile and a half, old lady walk a mile and a half, and she tell her, boom bam.
Ay, 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 chitelele. Ay, 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 chitelele. Old lady walk a mile and a half, ay, chitelele. Old lady walk a mile and a half, ay, chitelele.
Up the hill, down the hill, what Miss Vitote? Mama, she was walking the distance to Point Fontaine. But old lady walk a mile and she tell her, old lady walk a mile and she tell her, boom bang.
Ay, 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 chitelele. Ay, 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 chitelele. Old lady walk a mile and a half, ay, chitelele. Old lady walk a mile and a half, ay, chitelele. Ay, 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 chitelele. Ay, 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 chitelele. Old lady walk a mile and a half, ay, chitelele. Old lady walk a mile and a half, ay, chitelele. Ay, 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 chitelele. Ay, 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 chitelele. Old lady walk a mile and a half, ay, chitelele. Old lady walk a mile and a half, ay, chitelele. Ay, 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 chitelele. Ay, 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 chitelele. Old lady walk a mile and a half, ay, chitelele. Old lady walk a mile and a half, ay, chitelele. Ay, 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 chitelele. Ay, 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 chitelele. Old lady walk a mile and a half, ay, chitelele.
We are back with Valerie, and we're continuing with this in-depth interview with some of the hidden secrets of the Lord Kitchener. So you left, Valerie, after all this drama.
Yeah, and I
You
went
left.
among-
So how did you end up
then
coming back?
eventually, after 9 years, well, the children could not come back here. They were banished. They couldn't come. Betsy wanted nothing to do with them. So
Which school?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he tried his best to make her have a relationship with them, which he couldn't. He used to have to go by the school and look for them.
And then she
Eventually,
passed.
She lived in here from 89 is when she moved in. And then she lived for the 9 years in here. In 98, she got sick. She went up to the States for treatment and she never made it.
She passed.
She passed. But
Okay.
before she passed, while she was dying in the States, she put the house on her sister's name. 2 weeks after he buried her, the sisters showed their hands. They came with bay leaf to put him out.
To put out Kitchener.
Yeah.
We have a thing they
Yeah.
call what you do does come back to you.
So that is what they did. But they was unsuccessful in doing it.
All right.
And he stayed.
So he stayed here?
He stayed. This is the first who told him one day, Kitchener, you have children. Why don't you try to make up with your children? And that was the turning point. And which he really did. He called and he asked if they could come down. And Christian and Colonel came and was here with him.
Let's pause right there for a moment. And let's go to the archives. And we'll be right back with much more.
Having a wonderful time here with Caribbean Insight. I think it's a wonderful organization. And I hope you will do as I do, keep listening to them.
I am Ras Shorty-Eye. I am a scientist, a musical scientist. I invented soca so that Caribbean people could have something to identify with wherever they go, any part of the world.
Caribbean Insight really is dynamite. Caribbean Insight really super was spite. Caribbean Insight enjoy day or night. Caribbean Insight really is dynamite.
We are back and we are still chatting with Valerie. And we are here at Lord Kitchener's home, the Grand Master. And his home is now a museum. Valerie, you have been to hell and back after listening to you. What made you decide to turn the home into a museum?
Okay, so after Kitch was buried, and we came back into the house, and we started doing refurbishing the house. So while refurbishing the house, I decided, well, there are all so many trophies and all of that from Kitch, and he really didn't used to really do anything with it. They just used to be there. So I got together with the children, and I decided, when in refurbishing the house, to turn one of the rooms into a museum. So as to honor his name and his legacy, to show the world all that he achieved and all of that. So that is what we decided to do. It is running up and running.
Well, Valerie, as I say, you've been to hell and back, but you're a strong woman.
Very strong.
Woman, strong woman, and thank you. Thank you so much for inviting us into your home and giving us an exclusive interview about the Lord Kitchener. I wish you all the success with the museum and whatever other ventures you're getting into. All the best. And to you, my TV family, thanks for your time. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next week, same time, same place. God bless.
If you find me face looking flat, it's something that really gets me upset. If me face looking like it want to fret, it's something that really gets me upset. Me and the boss man just disagree. It nearly a big fight with me and he. Well, what you think of the daily? He want me to walk on Carnival Day. I tell him, no, Mr. Vida. Mr. If you want to beat me, pal, this could have serious bacchanal. Like Duke, I could get on radical. I walk in, Wednesday. I walk in, Friday. I walk in, Thursday. I walk in, but from Juve morning 2 o'clock, I don't want to hear nothing but walk. Especially when the silver start to rock. And the Juve buses start to flock. Yeah. Not because I'm a lazy man, but if I try to walk in this state, I wouldn't be able to concentrate. Imagine I'm walking in a factory Juve band passing near to me. Well, what you think will happen as man? I leave in the walk and jump in the band. I tell him, no, Mr. Vida.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
Mr. If you want to be me pa.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
I'd rather lie here by the dial.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
Than to raise the stroke for carnival.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
I walk in.
Wednesday.
I walk in.
Good Friday.
I walk in.
Christmas Day.
I walk in.
New Year's Day.
But from Juve morning 2 o'clock.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
I don't want to hear nothing but what.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
Especially when the children start to rock.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
And the Juve buses start to flock.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
Yeah! You walking today? No, no. You walking today?
No, no,
You walking today?
no, no,
You walking today?
no, no,
You changing your mind?
no, no,
You changing your mind?
no.
No! I want to spread the news loud and clear. Spread it for all employers to hear. Tell them when it comes to carnival time, walk to a trini is a big crime. All before carnival we go work. Sunday to Sunday right round the clock. But carnival Saturday is the last. Then we want the freedom to play remark. I tell him, no, Mr. Vida.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
Mr. If you want to be me pa.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
Don't ask me a tal.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
Lord, I don't want to turn a criminal.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
I walk in.
Wednesday.
I walk in.
Friday.
I walk in.
Christmas Day.
I walk in.
New Year's Day.
But from Juve morning 2 o'clock.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
I don't want to hear nothing but work.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
Especially when them children start to rock.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
Lord, and the Juve buses start to flood.
Don't ask me to work for carnival.
Don't ask me to work for carnival. Everybody. Don't ask me to work for carnival. 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 All right. Don't ask me to work for carnival. Don't ask me to work for carnival.
The kitchen 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 give it up kitchen kitchen
I am Larry Joseph, Caribbean King of Comedy, and I watch Caribbean Inside TV. You should do it too, because it's so fantastic.
I am sexy Susie, the number one and the only. And listen, I watch Caribbean Inside. That's my channel. I will subscribe to them anytime. You better make it your channel just right.
Yo, I'm Coach Richards. Panis. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep the culture alive. Boom!
Thank you for having me on.
It's a pleasure to have you here, man. Anytime.